Hey friends, it's Amanda from Over Yonder Crochet, and I'm excited to be bringing to you guys a market prep vlog. Just messed myself up. My brain's all befuddled now. We're going to be market prepping some crochet stuff. I may throw in some sewing stuff a little bit, but tonight we're going to be crocheting. So I'm hoping to do, let's see, it's Wednesday night. I'm hoping to do a little bit each night through like the weekend. So yeah, this is kind of my favorite type of vlog or video to make, so I hope y'all like it. Every day my markets are getting closer and closer. They're still not extremely close. My first one's at the end of September, but I have at least, I've signed up for 3 that are fairly close in time. And so I really want to have a good stockpile and be ahead of the game instead of trying to crochet like a mad person in my very limited free time in between the markets. So tonight I thought I would try a new pattern. I know it's not always the best thing to do, try something new, but I'm trying to focus on smaller items because a lot of my bigger items have kind of stayed with me. I still have a whole plastic tub full of items that are left over from my last markets. They were in the spring. I took the summer off from markets. So I still have a good stockpile of larger items. So I'm really looking for small items. If you saw 2 videos ago, I took a Sunday afternoon and I made a bunch of octos. And I'm still planning to make more of these, but I actually made one of these earlier I haven't finished that one out yet, but I will be making more. And I have to finish out some chickens and make some more tiny chickens. But tonight I am going to be making a tiny T-Rex. This is a new to me pattern. It is free and it is on sweetsofties.com. I have not used this person's site before or her patterns, but it looks like she has a lot of small free no-sew patterns. So if I like this one, I'll definitely try some out. I saw a penguin that looks really cute. So I am gonna do Bernat blanket. This is, I'm not sure if the name is sage, but it's a sage color. And then for the back, like the spikes, I'm gonna use this pretty, it's showing up brighter on the camera. It's a little bit darker in person, but this pinky color. Should I use maybe a dark blue? You know what? I might do the spikes in a darker blue. I'm gonna think on that, but I'm gonna start with the body. All right. I will. Hey, I'm back. Okay, so I had to cut things off short on Wednesday after I signed off the last time. I got food poisoning, so I was fighting for my life. So that's what I'll say about that, but it is now Friday. So I am back, and so I haven't had a very productive I didn't have a very productive Thursday, but it is Friday. It's a new day, and I'm back with my dinosaur. I'm getting very close to finishing out the body part. I really need to add the eyes. So I'm gonna do that. I think it's coming together really easily. I think I like this pattern. This is how it looks so far. So you can see this is like a side profile. I think it's gonna be cute. And then it looks like you have to add the arms and feet on later. So I will report back after I do that. But I'm gonna add the eyes and finish out the body. Here she is, or he. Here's my little dino. I did the little, I don't know if you want to call them anime eyes or just the little dotted eyes. I did the little stitch on the arm, to do the arms and the legs. It wasn't too hard to do. And then, so now I just have to add the spikes. Oops. There's some stuffing. So I think I'm going to go with this dark blue. Let me show you. On the back, because I don't have a ton of stuff that would appeal to little boys or parents, grandparents of little boys, so I'm gonna make a few of these dinosaurs. I'll make some in, pink and purple and stuff too, because that's what I like, but I think this is gonna look nice. So I'm gonna do the spikes and then I'll show you the finished product. Yay! Dun dun dun! Here it is! It's cute! I think it looks really good, actually. Yeah, I like this. I think I'll probably make a few more of these, not today, but I think this is gonna go on my list of more things to make. If you've seen my other videos lately, I have the plan to make less variety of options and pick several things that I think will be popular and make more of them. Especially things that I know are sellers. I'm not sure about this specific one, but I did make a larger, like the chubby dino last time, and that did sell. So I'm not entirely sure what to price this at, but I'm gonna think on that. I don't know. Cause let's see, I priced my maple chickens at 15, but there's a lot less detail work going into that. So I feel like this should be more than that based on the time. But it's a similar size. Maybe 18 to 20. I don't know. I will think on that and decide later. Maybe if I make a second one, I'll get a better sense of how long it takes for me to make one. Because you do have to add on the arms and legs as separate stitches, and then you do the spikes down the back. So next time I make one, I'll try to do a timer on that. So what should I do next? What time is it? It's 8. I think what I'm gonna do is, I already started a spider. I mentioned this in another video, but I am working on like prepping for an upcoming YouTube video where I'm gonna be giving like a list of free Halloween and fall patterns. And so I had already, when I had a few minutes, I had started this. This is gonna be a spider, and so I haven't finished it yet, clearly. I think I'm gonna work on this and see if I can finish this out tonight. It uses pipe cleaners in the legs, so I've never done that before. So I'm gonna try this, and then maybe I can find another spider pattern, because I have 2. If I like this one and it doesn't take too long, I may just stick with this one. But I've seen a couple lately that look cute. I just don't know what they are. But I have 2 markets that are coming up that are both before Halloween. So I think it would be good to have some spooky stuff. Spooky but still cute stuff. So yeah, let's get going on the spider. Okay, so it's like 10:15 now, and so I'm gonna start winding down for bed. I like to stay on a routine. I go to bed around 10:30, but well, and probably until it's like right before the market, then all bets are off and I'll probably be up later. But since it's still a little while away, we're gonna keep our sanity and our wits about us. But let me show you what I got done on my spider. So this is the body. I think it really looks like a spider body. Whoops. And then I got the head. I don't remember exactly how it's attached. That looks like a turtle. I'll figure that out tomorrow when I'm putting it together. And then you have to make the legs, and pipe cleaners go in them. I've made 4. And I know from elementary school that spiders have 8 legs. But did I think about that before I started making this? No, I did not. So when it said make 8, I was like, oh yeah. They do have 8 legs, don't they? Oh. But it's okay. So let me show you. I've done 4. So here they are. Not that it takes a long time, it's just like, oh, this is taking a long time. Not each individual one doesn't take a long time, but then you gotta make 8 of them. Are those humongous? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So that's where I'm at, and then I know that I still, wait. Oh yeah, I guess the eyes will go on the head, so those could still be attached. I know you have to do is to make little claws, so I have 4 more legs to go and the 2 claws that go on the face, and then I'll be ready to put it all together. Sorry for the yawning. I made my eyes water. But that will be it, and then I can put it together, and I will be doing that in the morning or sometime tomorrow. And then, yeah, there'll be a lot more to come tomorrow and Sunday. So hopefully I can have a really productive weekend. See ya. Hey friends, it's Saturday. I just got done at the gym, and my husband's off with my kids doing something. So I'm gonna run back home. I might get a coffee first, and I'm gonna go home, take a shower, and then we're gonna get to going. So I'm excited to see how much I can get done today. I don't really have any plans, so I'm hoping to get a good bit done, a good bit prepped today. So let's see how it goes. Okay, it's almost 4 o'clock. I've not been good at filming updates, and then I laid down for a while. I made all the legs. 8 legs is a lot. So when we get back from, we're gonna go eat. When I get back from Cracker Barrel, I'll put the spider together. Hey. I'm back. I moved spots because I don't have like a comfortable chair in my craft room yet. So I just been sitting on the ground in there on a blankie, which is fine for a little while, but it's not fine for a long time. My neighbor's mowing grass, so hopefully that's not picking up too loud and the sound's okay. It's like 7:45. I just got my kids to bed. Everything is ready for the spider to be put together, except the little jaws, but I'm gonna do that in just a minute. Because I just wanted to come sit on the couch, and I'm not gonna bring all that in here. So I thought what I would do is see how many possums I can make for the rest of the night, because those were very, very popular at my last market. I had 2. I sold both of them, and I had people who had already been by the booth asking about them, like someone had actually come back to buy it, but I had already sold out. I was like, crap, I could have had $12 more. So they work up good, pretty quick. They're small. There's a couple color changes, but I will try to list it in the description. Anyways, this is Premier Parfait Chunky, except I think the white might be Sweet Snuggles Light. I don't think I have any white in the Parfait Chunky, because I think when I bought it, it was on sale and the white was already sold out. So let me see. The Instagram account is rumble_crochet. If you've seen my other market prep videos or my market result videos, you've probably seen the little chubby possum. This is the Instagram. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Anyway, it's rumble_crochet. So it's a fun little pattern, and it's been popular at my market. So I'm gonna start, and actually I think I'm gonna time myself on this first one just to see if I need to adjust my pricing. I mean, I act like I've got some kind of formula. I know people do use formulas where they like calculate the weight of the yarn and the cost, and then they pay themselves a certain rate per hour. I completely respect that, but I'm not at that point. I'm just going on gut at this point. But gosh, this lawnmower's loud. Okay, I'm gonna start on one and time myself, and I'll let you know how long it takes. Okay, it's been right at 40 minutes, and I've done all the body, fluff flying around, all the body. I sewed up a little booty hole, and so now all that's left to do is the tail and the ears. So maybe it's gonna be less than 10 more minutes to do that. Maybe around 6 or 7. I will report back. Okay, my possum is done. It took me another 11 minutes to do the tail, make the 2 ears, and sew the ears on. And yay, here it is. Here's the front, here's the side, and the little tail. I think it's so cute. Here's the little, the little feetsies. I think that I must have used a bigger hook this time because it's a little chunkier than my last ones. They were a little bit thinner. This time I used a 5.75. I'm guessing I probably used like a 5 or a 5.5, but this is, I like the way this looks, so I like it a little chunky. So I had a cute idea. I think that I have all of these colors in burlap blanket. The only thing I'm not sure about is the gray. So I'm gonna go look at my stock and see if I have all these same colors. And then if I do, I'm gonna make one in that, and it would be really cute. If, I don't know how much bigger it's gonna be. It should be a little bit bigger because that yarn is a little bit thicker, but it would make it really cute. I could like set this one on top like it's a mama and a little baby. Oh, so cute. All right, so I'm gonna go see if I have gray and make one of them in this color, and it's now 8:50. So I should definitely be able to make another one, possibly 2. All right, so let me go grab it. I do have the colors I need. I got white. I did have a gray. I think, what did I make with this? Maybe I did some accents on a snuggler or something. I don't know. Pink and black, which you've already seen with the spider. So I'm gonna get started on that. I'm not gonna time this one because I already know it takes me around 50 minutes. So I think what I've been charging for these little ones is $12. So I'm thinking I'm gonna see what, like visually, how much bigger this one is with the blanket yarn, and then determine my price from there. At least 15, I would say, even though it would take the same amount of time because it's the same pattern. I feel like with the bigger size, you can charge a couple more dollars. So I'm gonna work on this and see how it turns out. And I'm using a 6.5 millimeter hook. Okay, I moved back into my craft room. There's way better lighting in here, so sorry about that. But I finished my possum, and it's a little bit bigger. I wouldn't say it's big enough where I could say it's a mama. Maybe. But, I mean, the grays are different. Obviously, they're not exactly the same shade or tone. But they look so cute. So I was thinking, I had been charging $12 for these, but I don't think that's enough. Especially since I time myself and it takes me almost an hour to make them. Because you have a lot of color changes. The bobble stitches on the feet. Then you have to attach the tail and make the 2 ears and sew those on. So I think what I'm going to do is this small one. Oh, also this is bigger than the one I made for the other markets because I think I used a bigger hook. So it's a little bit chunkier. So I think, given that I'm charged $15 for my full-size Mabels, I think it's totally reasonable to charge $15, maybe even $16 for the little guys. And then $18 to $20 for this bigger one. But I'm going to wait and see. I'd see how I feel closer to time, but that's what I'm thinking at the moment. But yeah, I like this. I think I'll probably make some more in the smaller size because I think people like small things, and I have some more gray. I don't have a ton of gray left, but I don't use gray a lot, so I don't know what else I'd use it for. And these sold, so I've always been saying since the last market I'm gonna make possums because these sold. So if the gray runs out, I might have to do another order from Premier. I just hate ordering craft supplies online because if I want it, like other stuff, you know, shoes, clothes, I'm fine with waiting on, but craft supplies, I don't know. I like to feel it in my hand, and I don't want to wait on it. If I want to make something, I want to make it now. Let me look up their website. Looks like it might be out of stock. That's how it looks lighter, though. Fog. Oh, well, no, here we go. Okay, so the lighter gray, the fog is out of stock, but the one I'm using is called Seal. So, I don't know if it's showing up, but this is the darker gray. It never wants to... Oh, there it goes. Okay, so this darker gray is the one I'm using for the possums. Why are they always out of white? I guess people use white a lot. Because the white I'm using is not the same. It's a Sweet Snuggles. And it sheds so much. Even with the Premier Parfait Chunky though, I do have to, I can't do a magic ring. I can never get it to work without it breaking. So I always do that method where you chain 2 and then do 6 stitches into the chain. And that works fine. But anywho, that's it for the possums. I think since it's 10 o'clock, it's literally right at 10 o'clock right now. I think I'm gonna, instead of starting another possum, I'm gonna finish this spider. Because if I don't finish a project while I'm like in the groove of it, it might sit for a while. So I don't want that to happen with my spider. So let's do that together. All right, we got the body. Black yarn is hard to work with. You can't see nothing. All right, here's the head. So I'm gonna attach the eyes. And I have been wondering for a long time. I've got this pack of eyes when I first started making plushies, and it has red eyes, and I've been wondering when am I going to use these red eyes, because they're creepy, and I'm not, like, my vibe is definitely not creepy, but I think this is the opportunity. There it goes. Okay, so it's like red and then a big black pupil. Here's the head. And so I guess I need to do like, let me do the little jaws first, which it just says chain 2 and then do a slip stitch. I'm actually glad to be done with this because I'm not enjoying working in the black. The black yarn is so much harder to see. Even though I'm used to this yarn, it's just harder to see. 1, 2, slip stitch. Okay. We went to Cracker Barrel earlier, and it just hits every time. I don't know. It's just like I always know it's gonna be good. So we go there. It's one of the places that we go a good bit because I actually know that my kids will eat something there. Because one of them is super picky and then one of them is a vegetarian. So, and she's 6. So that makes our options a little bit hard when one kid wants hot dogs, another kid doesn't eat animals. So, 1, 2, slip. So little. Alright. Got it. That's fast. But anyways, yeah, I put in some footage of that. I got chicken and dumplings, but I love to get these little mints. See, they have lots of candy there, but I like to get the little Andes mints. It's like 2 for 30 cents, so just a little treat after you eat. Make your mouth taste better. Alright, let's see. Oh man, that was several hours ago. But still gonna enjoy my little treat. Alright. So I guess I'm gonna attach my jaws, which appear to be like on the end of the head. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. It's not super specific, like, you know, sometimes things will say attached to row whatever. This is not telling that, but it is giving a picture, so that's fine. One of the things I always talk about on these, if you've watched, you know I'm always watching like reality TV, so I like to share what I'm watching. Although that one time I watched that Anne Hathaway rom-com. They tried to make it seem like she was some kind of old hag. Like, clearly she's beautiful. Stop making us think that she's supposed to be old and unattractive. Like, stop it. Goodness. Alright. Oh, but right now I am watching The Circle on Netflix. I've already watched all the seasons, but I went back to watch the earlier seasons to, just because I couldn't remember. I remembered who won. I'm watching season 2 right now. I remembered who won season 2, but I didn't remember any of the middle. Like, I'd totally forgotten that they had somebody pretending to be Lance Bass on there. I do not like season 3. Nick, if you know, you know. He's very irritating. Alright. Do not enjoy that fellow. Alright, let me put a little bit of stuffing in the head. But here's the little claws attached. And I wouldn't say The Circle is my favorite reality competition show, but it is definitely entertaining. I like it. My favorite would be The Traitors. I think I've watched every season of every iteration. I just like to have something on in the background. Why am I looking at my iPad? I like to have something on in the background while I do my crafts, so that's my thing of choice. Okay, hopefully my battery will last for a couple more minutes, but I've got the head attached. That looks a little weird right now with all the legs, but we're getting there. Alright, so I've got 4 of the legs with the pipe cleaners already in them, and then I've just taken 2 pipe cleaners and cut them in half. Each leg will get half of one. Uh-oh. Went out this side. I have to kind of guide it through there. Okay. There's 5. Okay, I've got all the legs ready to go, so I'm going to start sewing those on, hoping my battery lasts, to show you the finished product. So this might take a minute. Let's get to it. Okay, well, it's 10:45 and my about to say snake. No, my spider is done. Here it comes. Ooh, oh, it's so big and furry. It's actually kind of creepy. There's pipe cleaners in the legs, so you kind of makes you able to form the legs how they need to be. What do you think? Ooh, I kind of hate spiders. It's like, it's so big though. Ah. It's definitely large, but yeah, I'm not going to be making any more of them because it just takes such a long time to make the legs and sew them on and all the different pieces. Like, there's 8 of them, but I can include it in my upcoming Halloween fall like free pattern roundup video. It's definitely like not that hard to make, it just takes time. So I can definitely recommend it if you're looking for a spider pattern. Oh, I don't think I've actually said the name of the blog. It's on a blog. Sun's Pop Keys, and I'll try to put a link in the description to it. But yeah, I'm glad it's done because I just needed to get it done and move on to something else. Well, bed. But tomorrow move on to something else. But yeah, it's like bigger than my head with the legs, so large. I think in the blog she uses acrylic yarn. I don't like acrylic yarn, so it's gonna be bigger, but I'm happy with it. I'm actually pretty proud of it. It's definitely not the vibe of my booth or my vibe in general. I don't do spooky. Cute spooky, like a cute little ghost, sure, which I might make tomorrow because I saw this cute YouTube video for a little bitty ghost, so I think I am going to make some of those. I think those will be really good because I have 2 markets before Halloween, so I think they could do well, and it looked like a quick workup. But tomorrow, I think I may make a ghost or 2, and then I'm going to do some sewing, so stick around if you're interested in that. I'll probably be working on my magic wands because I know someone in the comments requested that I show how I do that, so I'm happy to show y'all. So yeah, I'm gonna hit the hay, but I'm hoping to get up pretty early tomorrow, get some errands done, and then spend a long time crafting with you guys. So I'll be back on the flippity flip. Hey! It's Sunday. Okay, so it's like 2:45 in the afternoon. I got all my errands done this morning. I went to the gym, took my kids to breakfast, we went to the park to play, we went to the grocery store, we ate lunch. I rested a little bit, so I am ready to get going on some stuff. I probably look a little sweaty because I didn't wash my hair after the gym. I washed my body, I didn't wash my hair. Alright, let's see. So I was thinking, I said last night that I really want to do some sewing today, and I'm definitely planning on doing that, and showing you guys how I make the magic wands. But I'm still working on getting things ready for my Halloween fall video, you know, free pattern collection. So I think I am gonna try to knock out this little ghost that I saw. It's on YouTube. I think it's Rose and Lily, which I have used their videos before and enjoyed them. What did I make that was theirs? Let me see if I have it saved. Watch later. I have the little mini, it's called Quick No Sew Crochet Ghost. I know I've used their videos before. I might have to go back and look at my stuff. Oh, yes! The Easter peeps, the bunny peeps. Okay, yeah, and I like that, and I sold a bunch of those. Well, I sold all the one, I had 4 and I sold 3. That was at an Easter market, not just, like, I don't take those just to random markets. Okay, so let me go to the ghost. Alright. Oh, she has a tiny little candy corn, too.
This pattern is great because it's no sew and it works up really quickly.
Alright, so I'm going to use this Bernat blanket, at least for the first one. I have a lot of it. And then Sweet Snuggles would be good too, but I just hate working with it.
Chunky or super chunky plush yarn in white.
Okay, I'm going to get started on this. I've got most of it done. It's got the little arms, these are the bobbles, and now I'm going to add the eyes. I think I'm going to use these big ones. These are 16 millimeter. Got a whole pack of them from Amazon. It's the first time I'm using these. If you want a link to these, let me know. I'll give you the link if you want it. Alright, so it says between around 6 and 7 and 5 stitches apart. I guess I gotta make sure they're centered between the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So I have here. Those are big eyes. I might do little cheeks too. That would be really cute. This is definitely a cute ghost, not a spooky ghost. Not creepy like my spider. One of my kids does not like the spider already. Okay. Does that look centered? Let me see. I think I need to move it over another. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. I'm not sure how much is left, but I will update shortly. Okay, I got the little frillies on. It's looking cute. And then I've already done one of the rows on the bottom. So I think I'm going to go in and do a little pink thread to add cheeks. And then I guess I'll have to stuff it and finish out the rest of the rows closing it up. But I feel like it's been very efficient. It's my first time making it. I think it's been around 30 minutes that I've been working on it. And I've got this much done. I could be wrong. I didn't actually time it, but close to that. And I've been having to watch the video because I don't have it, like, this is my first time watching it. So, I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to add the cheekies, finish it out, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I finished my ghost. Here it is. It's cute. The only thing I would do differently next time is put the eyes on this side, because the little spot where, I don't even know what you would call these. The floofy part ends and meets is right here in front of the eyes. So I'd probably do that differently, but I think it turned out really cute. Yes, very cute. I would love to have one that's even smaller. Maybe I'll make one in Sweet Snuggles Light. But yeah, I think the cheeks make it extra cute. I opened the window blind, so it's a little bright in here right now, but yeah, it looks pretty good. I think I might try that another time in like a Sweet Snuggles Light to make it a little smaller, but I like these. I like this pattern. It's Rose and Lily crochet, and it's a YouTube tutorial, so very simple. I think if you got in the groove of things, you could probably do it in like 35 to 45 minutes, depending on how fast you are crocheting. But yeah, very cute. I think I'll make more ghosts because I think people like seasonal items at the markets. Okay, so I think what I'll do now is show you a little bit of my process, how I make my felt magic wands. So let me grab that. Alright, so I've got one that I've already started. It's going to be a flower, just like the one that I showed previously that I made for my daughter. But these are I'm going to be putting in my markets. So what I did to start was I drew out a template on cardstock, so it'll last a little bit longer than just like a construction paper. So I drew the outside of the flower, I drew the little circle because those are two separate pieces, and I've got these saved so I can make more. And then this is just regular felt from Michaels that I cut out using the templates. I cut out the circle. I'm sewing the circle first. I'm appliquing on, I did do a drop of like fabric glue on there just to keep it steady where I wanted it. And then I'm gonna applique stitch that onto the larger part of the flower. So I'm gonna go off camera, work on that, and I'll show you what I do next after that's done. Okay, I forgot to mention that the thread I'm using when I'm hand sewing these felt pieces together, I'm using this kind of thread. Why can I not think of the name right now? Like you do cross stitch with. Embroidery floss. Yes. Embroidery floss. So that's what I'm using. And then it comes in 6 strands. And so I separate that into 3 because I think 6 would be way too thick. So yeah, you just pull it, pull half of them off, and then you get, that's hard to see, but you get 3 strands, and it's just a little bit not as thick to work with. I think that would be overwhelming. Alright, so I'm going to finish appliquing this on, and then we will add some embellishment to the flower. Okay, so here it is with the middle appliqued on. I think you can probably see that okay. And then what I'm going to do to add a little bit of pizzazz is add some embellishment in the center for the flowers. I like to add it in the center. I don't know what I'm going to do with the stars or the rainbow yet. We will see. But I've got a couple of things. So I've got these star beads. These are from Michaels. They're just little stars, but they're like a little bit iridescent. And then, so that's what I did for my daughter's, which is the same shape as this one. I did 2 of those and 3 of these little flower buttons. So they come in different sizes. These are from Joann's. Let me show you. So I have these little flowers. Oh, hold on, it's a little hard to see. And they're all pretty small, but oh, I dropped it. Okay, that's a little bit easier to see. I'm going to arrange the embellishments how I like them best. We'll just have to play around with it, and then I will show you. Oh, I do have a couple other options, but I just think they might be a little big. So I've got different colored flower buttons, orange, pink, and yellow, and then these different size pastel buttons. But I think I'm gonna go with the little flowers and the stars again for this one. Okay, so this is how I've got them set up, and then I'm gonna try to keep them around that general way. And then these are the little flower beads. I keep them in my where I keep my thread, the storage container, because they're real small. I didn't want to have to put them in a baggie or anything. All right, I've got all the little beads sewn on. I ended up adding another one, the little blue one just to fill it in a little more. I think it looks really cute, really good. I'm gonna have to get more of these little flowers because they are so cute. All right, so now that this is done, I'm not gonna be adding any more embellishment to this piece. I am going to take the back piece, line it up with this one, and then the way that I attach them together, I gotta figure out how it lines up, but the way I attach it together is I do a hand stitch. It's called a blanket stitch, and if you're not familiar with it, it's very easy. Just look it up on YouTube or Pinterest. I've actually found Pinterest is a really good place to see embroidery stitches because they have these just really quick little videos that make it really easy to visualize what you're doing. I have to visualize what I'm doing. I couldn't have someone just say the words. So anywho, so I'm gonna line them up, and then I need to decide what the bottom is. I think the bottom is gonna be this area because it's got a little bit more of a gap. And so I'm gonna blanket stitch around, but leaving a hole. Probably what I'm gonna do is blanket stitch like the top 3 and then part of these. Leave this hole for the attaching to the stick. I can't get my words today. So the wooden dowel, I'll have to hot glue it to the wooden dowel. So I'll have to leave the bottom open and then go back through and stitch up to make it look complete. And then the last bit is just to add like the hanging embellishments, like the ribbon and the tulle. So I'm gonna take a little break to go make dinner and eat dinner, and then tonight after my kids are in bed, I will come back and show you the hopefully I'll do the blanket stitch and then show you how I attach the dowel rod. So yeah. Okay, I am back. Let me show you the progress I've made. So I've done a blanket stitch most of the way around, and I've just left this bottom part open, and then I've lightly stuffed like each petal a little bit in the center because I want it to be a little bit plush. And so now I'm leaving this open. I'm kind of leaving the needle attached so I can close it up in a second, but I've got these wooden dowels. They just come in like a 5 or 6 pack from Michael's. It's their Creatology line, which I think is in, you might call it like a kid section, but it's just, they're just wooden dowels, real basic, nothing on the ends or anything. So what I'm going to do is I got my hot glue gun heating up back here, and I'm going to basically just put a little bit in this center part where I want the dowel to stick. I don't necessarily want it to spread too much this way or this way because once the glue dries up, it's really hard to get your needle through there, and I still need to close this part up. And then I'll also be putting some glue directly on the stick itself because this is going to be something that a kid is playing with, so I really want it to be secure. And I will leave probably about this much, I don't know how much that is, maybe 1.5 inches of the dowel in the flower so it can really be secure. This is my least favorite part because I don't want to mess up all the work that I've already done. So I'm gonna glue it and I'll show you what it looks like once it's glued and the glue is dry. Okay, I'm really happy with the placement of the stick and how the hot gluing went. So this is what it looks like at this point, like this. So like I said, I put like some glue on the inside of each piece of felt exactly where I want the stick to be, and then I put glue all around the top part of the stick that I'm going to be inserting into the wand, and then I just push it all together and hold it in place until I feel like it's secure. Hot glue really, as soon as it starts, it's just really fast, so it doesn't take long at all. And so now I'm going to finish up with the rest of the basket stitch around. What basket stitch? Have I been saying that? Blanket stitch. Ignore that. Blanket stitch around the outside just to make sure everything's in there. I'm probably going to have to put a little stuffing and these lower petals, and then it'll be on to the end, which is the most fun part, which is adding like the ribbon and the tulle that really takes it up a notch to fun. And I'm gonna leave my hot glue gun plugged in because I like to attach the ribbons and secure those, so otherwise they'll fall off. All right, here we go. Okay, we're ready for the fun bit. I mean, it's all been fun, but the last little embellishments to make it just oh so magical. So I've got the last bits of stitching on the bottom finished, and you know, if this doesn't look exactly complete right where you've glued it, it's just not going to, unless you do the stitches beforehand and just have them be like false stitches on one side. I don't feel like that's necessary because we're about to add a bunch of tulle and ribbon, so no, they're not going to be looking at that area necessarily be covered. So let me show you what I got. I have this pink glittery tulle that I just got cut at Joann's, and I used that one on my daughters. I've got this green glittery tulle. I haven't used this yet. I might use a little bit of that just because I did use a little green flower on this one. I think it's a nice contrast, but I'll make it a little smaller so that pink is kind of the star. And then I have this really fun glistening, I'm not sure what this is, it's taffeta or something. I haven't used it yet, but I'm gonna use some on this one. And then I've got a lot of ribbon. These are some of the ones that I'm not going to be using. I got these. Like, these might be good for other ones, but I don't want them on this one. And I've got this like glitter rope that I'm not going to use on this one. These are the 4 that I think I'm going to use this time. So I've got these pink, this flower trim. It's kind of like a daisy, like our wand is. I've got this green rickrack. Again, the little punch of green that coordinates with the little button on there. And then I've got this thin purple ribbon and this light purple gingham. So I'm going to work on cutting that, tying it, and playing around with it to try to get the right ratios to make it look the most magical, sparkly, fun that it can be. And then when I'm happy with it, I'm gonna hot glue it to the stick and I will show you the finished product. Hey! So I've been playing around with it for a while, like 20 minutes. So what I've decided to do is I've got like the thicker trim pieces. I have hot glued them to the front and back. So the pink flowers on the front and the green rickrack on the back. I think I'm gonna skip this pearlescent one for now. I'm not liking how it's doing, and it's unraveling. The tulle is kind of the heavy lifter of the last little bits, and I'm gonna trim these ribbons up. I'm just trying to see, get an idea of the length. So I've got my 2 pieces of tulle and my thinner ribbons laying down here. Okay, so I've got glitter everywhere also. Glitter is all over my legs. But now I'm going to basically, those are going to be tied in a knot. So I'm going to lay this on there, and then that will kind of hide the top here. And I'm going to tie in a knot, and they kind of flow out, and then I will, once I get it, once I'm happy with it, I will hot glue that down as well so that it won't come off. All right, we're almost there. I finished. Here's the danglies. Here's the top. The only thing I think I should have done is stuff this flower a little more. Oh, and I forgot I had mentioned I had this green tulle. I decided not to use it. It's just not as nice as the glitter tulle, and I just thought it was bringing it down a little. So, yep, there we go. I'm still getting used to like the best way to attach all these. But I think this works out okay. The thick ones don't knot well, so I did a dab of glue at the top and have them just be in a single dangle, and then all the thin pieces, the tulle and the thin ribbon, I did a knot all together, and then I ended up cutting another tiny piece of tulle and wrapping this so it would look a little cleaner. So yep, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know what I'm gonna charge for the wands. They do take, you know, a good bit of effort. So I'm gonna think about that. I'm thinking about $25. But if you have little kids, let me know, what would you pay for a magic wand like this for your kid? And if you made it to the end of the video, I know it's been long, drop a flower emoji in the comments, since the magic wand is a flower today. And I really appreciate you if you did make it through all the video. Thank you. And if you enjoyed it, like the video, subscribe if you haven't. It helps me a lot, and I still get excited every time I get a subscriber. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye.